So the first thing is let's talk about my new offer. The new offer that I have, and this is excluding my Spanish business. Okay, guys, this is all English. Okay, so my English offer, right? Um, let me back up a little bit. So I
Yeah,
was
give some
promoting
backstory here. What
I
led up
know.
to this because I want everybody to be well informed here.
Yeah. So let's back up a little bit. So first of all, you guys know that I was promoting Legendary Marketer, and since I started my Spanish program, I didn't really put a bunch of effort into it. And then it got to the point where I was
Into
like,
legendary marketer, you put all your effort
exactly,
into your Spanish program for a while.
exactly. This is all English. I basically let English die down for me because I focus on my Spanish. So I didn't really put too much effort on my English promoting and stuff like that, but I was still promoting Legendary Marketer as my main offer. And then it got to the point where I was like, okay, I think I can do both. So I started doing both, and I started staying consistent with my English content as well. And then it got to the point where I was like, okay, I don't see the numbers are going up, but I don't see the conversions as much. Like I was getting views, I was getting a bunch of people interested in the Legendary Marketer, the offer, but it was just not converting how it was converting with me in the past.
And to
So
clarify, you were still making business builder challenge sales for the low ticket, but it just wasn't converting to the high ticket back end offer. Is that fair or kind of both?
kind of both. It actually died down a lot for a bunch of, for me personally, but then also for a bunch of affiliates as well. And I'm talking about maybe the people buying into the $7 challenge, right? That's where everything just completely died down because I was still making, I'm gonna say 3 to 4 grand every month with high tickets with them, right?
Mhm.
But then the front door, the $7 initial buying, that's what was not converting. I wasn't getting the volume that I was used to get before. So that's when I was a little worried. I was like, okay, well, it's only $7, but it's not converting. So then I started thinking about, maybe this is the time where, it's time to look for a new offer. You get
You know,
me?
that is interesting because what that tells me is the processes that they have in place. And whatever we say here, we're not bashing legendary marketer. I think we both have a lot of respect for the program. It's had an impact on both of our lives. It's how we met, it's how we started this podcast. So we're not saying any of that, but we're just trying to give a real honest assessment of what's going on. Is that tells me, Andre, is their processes are still dialed in. If you're still converting the high ticket, $4,000 or $5,000 a month or $3,000 or $4,000 a month or whatever you said, with less volume, then their processes are dialed in. It converts well. They have a beautiful system set up. They know exactly what they're doing. But the fact that the low ticket is down is what shocks me a little bit, because what I'm starting to realize is the game has changed in the 2020s, like 2020, 2022, 2024 especially. Whereas prior to that, you remember I started in 2012. There was no such thing as saturation because every day someone new was coming onto YouTube or Google and searching, how do I make money online? But with the way the algorithms are with short form content, it's like being thrown in our face more. So while we can get more traffic and introduce more people to these offers quickly, for the first time that I can think of in the history of affiliate marketing, it is very I lost my word. It's very possible. I've never forgotten the word possible before, but it is very possible that it's actually becoming a little bit saturated.
Exactly. And that was not that I was scared, but I was just like, okay, if I'm sending so much traffic to through the same process, right? The process hasn't changed and people are still interested, but they're not converting. That might just mean that they have seen that sales page before by somebody
Exactly.
else.
Exactly.
You get me? So once I started thinking about that, I started thinking about, okay, maybe they should update their sales page. Maybe they should have a different VSL video right there because it's amazing. But maybe it's time to make those changes because I feel like everybody already knows that that door is directly into Dave Sharp's world.
Yeah, it's time. Maybe it's time for Legendary Marketer to create a new front door, because I have a student who is crushing it on Facebook, and I think she has 75 to 80,000 followers and decent, 1, 2, 3, 5,000 views per video, plus the ones that, the outliers that go viral or semi-viral. And she's getting a lot of, well, as long as it's not legendary marketer. And that's not because
Mhm.
it's a bad program. It's just like you said, though, people have seen that sales page and they've already decided no. And
Mhm.
once people make their mind up, what we're going to talk about a couple times today, just by chance, is bringing them through a new front door. They don't need to change their offer.